There is a secret that the biggest brands on the planet have tapped into in so many different ways that all of us are not aware of. And it's something that can cost almost no money. And it's this idea of using vanity domains in your business. And you could do this in two different ways. If you're starting out a company, you can actually name your company using a vanity domain. Or if you have your brand already, but you want to be known for something in your industry, you can create an additional website with a vanity domain. What do I actually mean by all this? Well, it's hard to create a brand based around a word that means nothing. What does Google mean? What does Nike mean? What does Starbucks mean? It is very hard. You have to strike lightning to create a brand around a word that means nothing and for people to actually understand exactly what it is that you do. And some of the most successful companies on this planet didn't start out with the words they are today. So think about Meta. Meta started out as thefacebook.com, not even facebook.com. Why was it thefacebook.com? Because that's all it was. It was a bunch of people's faces and everyone was rating how good or bad they looked. That's what it was. How about eBay? eBay didn't start out as eBay. It started out as Auction Web, a vanity domain, because why? You instantly knew, oh, that's where I go to auction stuff off on the web. And as they grew, they transferred over to eBay. How about EverQuote? EverQuote's a giant insurance company. They started out as insurancequotes.com. We spend so much money trying to market these brands that we're creating, but you should let the name of your website, the URL of your website, allow that to do it for you. Because when people go and they search for things, they're searching for certain words. And when your website is keyword rich, okay, it matches up to the keywords that people are searching for. That is how people want to interact with your stuff. Now, you don't need to create a new brand. You don't need to change the name of your company. But let's say, you know what, in my industry, I want to be known for X, Y, and Z. How can I do that? You make an additional website that speaks to exactly what the thing is that you want to be known for. How about HubSpot? HubSpot's a company worth around $40 billion. Everybody knows HubSpot, but they still want to be known for things. They have websites like websitegrader.com. When you go to websitegrader.com, it grades your website. It tells you how good or bad the thing is, right? Because they know when people are searching for these things, that's going to grab people's attention. How about Neil Patel? Neil Patel runs one of the biggest digital agencies on the planet called NP Digital. He has about 15 different websites that are all vanity domains, things like adsgrader.com. You can go to adsgrader.com and it will tell you how good or bad your digital ads are that you're running. Now, these vanity domains are like, oh, but they're expensive. I don't know how to do that. How am I gonna buy one of these domains? Yeah, you could buy expensive ones. Let's say you want to be known for AI right now. Right? You want to be known as the company that knows all the great prompts. Maybe your business is all about AI prompts. You could go on and right now and buy the domain greatprompts.com. It costs about $8,000. That's a lot. What about healthcare? You know, my company, maybe we sell healthcare products, right? And we want to be known for that. You could go on right now, it's available. You could buy healthcarecosts.com for $12,000. Or maybe you're supplying ideas and things for small businesses. You could go and buy startuptips.com for $50,000. But here's the trick. You don't need to spend $50,000. You could also buy startuptips.help, right? All these other extensions, .guide, .tips, .ai. And then why? Why does that matter? Because when you go out there and say, oh yeah, my company is the company behind startuptips.help, instantly people look at you, oh, they must be really good at that because they run startuptips.help. Instantly, it gives you this credibility and it allows you to have this kind of lead magnet that people get excited about interacting with. And when you buy the .help, .guide, .ai, all these extensions that are not as well known, but it still gives you that vanity, that thing that people are looking for, it costs you next to nothing. It costs you like $10. Now, how about for my own business? Have I ever done this? 1,000%. So in my business, I have this ad agency. I've had it forever. And we were having a hard time being known for anything. So I said, you know what? We do a lot in the email marketing space. What could we do to be known for email? So I went out and I bought the domain subjectline.com. because I said, you know what? If people go to subjectline.com, they interact with subjectline.com, they sign up with subjectline.com, then that will be a great feeder for my overall business. And that's exactly what we did. And if you fast forward, now we've made this free tool, and that's the thing, you can make these free tools on these sites. We made this free tool on subjectline.com, and now we've checked. What you do when you go there is you put your subject line, it tells you if it's good or bad, and then it asks for your email address. We've checked almost 20 million subject lines on that site for free. And it is this engine, and it's given me this credibility that people think, okay, that's the email subject line person. What else does he know about? Growth Badger came out with this great stat that keyword-rich domains get up to 45% more clicks on average in search results. That's a difference maker. A keyword-rich domain is a domain that contains targeted keywords relevant to your industry, your website, its products. If there was one thing I would do for any brand, business or consumer, it doesn't matter. I would think about, okay, what can we be known for by tapping into a vanity domain, a keyword-rich domain? What free tool can we build? Maybe it's some sort of calculator, whatever, calculator.com for your industry. Maybe it's fashion trends, the hottest trends this summer.com. And then you become known for that. People go to that. Your company powers that, right? And it is impossible not to understand what it is that it does. And then you get to tap into all that data, all those lead magnets, all that excitement. This is a way you could literally spend $10 on a vanity domain, and it can change the direction of your business. Hey, appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe so you can check out all the content that we're putting out.